Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last classes we have discussed about what are the various types of terrorism. Already we have discussed in the last class about ethno-nationalist terrorism, religious terrorism. In this class we will discuss about what is called as ideology oriented terrorism. But before going to this point, we will discuss briefly what we have discussed in the last class. First one, children's, emergence of terrorism is one of the grave danger for the mankind which they are facing in 21st century. Since in 21st century, because of the emergence of terrorism, whole mankind is facing a great problem during the 21st century. So now we are in the 21st century. In this 21st century, what is the main problem is we are facing a emergence of terrorism. Terrorism is one of the global menace, and that is mainly a danger for the peace, prosperity as well as development of society. So terrorism is one of the global problem. This is not only restraining to one particular region, but that is a problem which are facing all over the globe. So whatever the areas which they are facing a problem of terrorism, they are facing, there is a internal peace, prosperity as well as there will be no development for the society. If the society wanted a peace, prosperity as well as development, then terrorism must be uprooted from the point. Next one, we can find forward that in the last class we have discussed about, according to second Administrative Reform Commission have submitted the report in which they stated that nearly there are 5 major points of terrorism. So we have discussed about ethno-nationalist terrorism, in which we have discussed that whenever in this ethno-nationalist terrorism, whenever some terrorist leaders will demand secession from India. Secession means separation from India. Second thing, they demand that some states, the main terrorist leaders will demand the separate state, out of the country, and separate states should be given in Indian Federation from out of the country. So we have seen that in India there are various demands they have went. So we have seen the various types of demand. One is called as the demand of Punjab, we have seen in Khalistan. So in Punjab we can find during the 1970s a separate movement is going on for separate 6 states, and that is Khalistan. So similarly, this demand was made by the Bhindranwale, terrorist leader, he demanded the separate state. But when this information have reached the government of India, have taken an action by starting a operation which is called Operation Blue Star. At last the peace restored in Punjab. So one more example of ethno-nationalist terrorist we can find, example of Jammu Kashmir. In Jammu Kashmir, since from the long years onwards there is a growing demand, a separate state from out of the country. Similarly, in Nagaland also there was a growing demand, so for the great Nagaland country. So there is a growing demand for the great Nagaland state. So this is the main example of ethno-nationalist terrorism. So this ethno-nationalist terrorism, this is one point. Second thing, we have discussed about religious terrorism. In this religious terrorism, we have discussed that these types of terrorisms are mainly operates in the name of religion. For example, in Mumbai blast, we have seen that in Mumbai blast which took place in November 26, 2008, a series of bomb blasts have took place in Maharashtra, in the various parts of the country. Whatever the places which are highly densely populated areas were targeted by the terrorist peoples, such as CTC railways in Mumbai, Oberoi and Taj hotels were targeted, Leopold Cave. So these are the various places where the peoples gather in a large amount. That places were targeted, killing nearly 165 peoples were killed in this incident. And most of the people who were killed in the terrorist activities were mainly innocent. So killing the name, by using the name of religion and killing the innocent is not justiciable. So these types of terrorisms are mainly operated by the neighboring country, which is Pakistan, and there is a secret agency like ISI, Inter-Service Intelligence, ISI. So this is mainly operating, Inter-Service Intelligence will operate all these terrorist activities in the name of religion from all over the country, India. Religious terrorism, on the other hand, this is also called as jihadi terrorism. Now we will go forward, ideology oriented terrorism. Children's ideology oriented terrorism means this form of terrorism is also called as left wing extremism. Left wing extremism. Already we have seen in the previous point, Communist Party of India and Communist Party of Marxist, they were the example of left wing. So these types of terrorism is called left wing terrorism. So here if you see that the groups which are involving in the left wing terrorisms are they are involving in the violent revolution and they were against to democratic institutions. So left wing extremism there are some groups, so they were quietly violent revolution and these groups were against to the democratic institutions we can find. Okay. Now this wing we can find the left wing extremism condemns economic exploitative and social suppressive in their nature. So these groups believe that society should in society people should not suppress the people in the society, so that is social suppressive nature. And second thing is nobody should exploit the economy. Economic exploitations implies that there are some capitalists for gaining profit, okay, for in order to attain the profit, okay, there are achieving the profit by production, consumptions and distribution. So for producing the goods they are exploiting all the raw materials. So this left wing extremism is completely against to the economic exploitation, because people for their self, people in order to attain the profit, they are completely exploiting all the resources of the environment. So this will greatly affect the environment. So these types of peoples such as who are exploiting the economy, they mainly gives importance to the material goods, and that's why in order to attain the profit they involves various activities like production, consumption, distribution. In order to produce goods they are using all the minerals, okay, and that's why the left wing extremism were quite against to the capitalism, because they believe that these capitalisms were the economic exploiters, they are exploiting the people for their profit, they are exploiting the minerals of the society, okay, for material goods, and to create a goods they are exploiting all the minerals resources in the society. So that's why this ideology, in the sense left wing extremisms, completely condemn the economic exploitative and social suppressive nature. The main aim is to bring the revolutionary changes in the society through violence and terror. Left wing extremism wanted to bring revolutionary changes in the society, they wanted to bring, but they wanted to bring these changes by using the violence as well as terror. Now there are many ideology, okay, who are supporting communism and socialism. Karl Marx is the father of socialism, we can say, Mao Zedong and Lenin. So this ideology was considered as a base of extremism. So whatever the ideology which are followed by these three great peoples, Karl Marx, Mao Zedong, Lenin, whatever the ideology which are followed by these three great peoples are considered as one of the basis of extremism. Okay, so that is one point. So what we have discussed, children, we have discussed in this point, we have discussed about many things. One is called emergence of terrorism. We have seen that terrorism is one of the greatest dangers of mankind which they are facing in the 21st century. In this 21st century, we are one of the problem in the 21st century is the idea of terrorism. Terrorism is one of the global menace, and this is a great danger for the peace, prosperity as well as development of the society. Terrorism is one of the danger. According to the report which was published by Second Administrative Reform Commission, Second Administrative Reform Commission have submitted the report, and they classified that terrorisms are mainly classified into nearly 5 types. One is called ethno-nationalist terrorism, religious terrorism, ideology oriented terrorism, state sponsored terrorism, narco terrorism. We have already discussed what is called ethno-nationalist terrorism. So ethno-nationalist terrorism is nothing but in this terrorism some terrorist leaders, they demanded secession from India, they demand a separate state out of the country from the Indian Federation. Similar demand we can find in Khalistan in Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, okay, and Great Nagaland. So these types of demand, whenever the terrorist leaders will make, that comes under the category of ethno-nationalist terrorism. Second thing, we have discussed about religious terrorism. In this religious terrorism we have discussed that in this whenever the terrorist activities are involving in the name of religion, then that is called as religious terrorism. For example, we have seen the Mumbai terrorist attack. Mumbai bomb blast took place on 26 November 2008. During this, a series of bomb blasts took place in different parts of the country, killing 165 people have lost their life, which includes 25 men from the foreign people and overall more than 300 people were got injuries. So this incident took place in the name of religion, and this activities was conducted by the Pakistan, which is ISI, Inter-Service Intelligence Agency in Pakistan, have conducted all the terrorist activities in India in the name of religion. So this type of terrorist activities which are mainly operated in India in the name of religion, which are mainly conducted, that is called as religious terrorism. This is also called as jihadi terrorism. Third important point of terrorism we have discussed, ideology oriented terrorism. In this we can find this form of terrorism, okay, is also called as left wing terrorism. Left wing extremism is one type of group, okay, they mainly believed in violence revolution, they wanted to bring changes through violence, and they were quite against to the democratic institution. And left wing extremisms were quite against to economic exploitative and suppressive nature. Economic exploitative in the sense there are a group of people, in order to gain the economic wealth, they are exploiting all the resources, okay, by using the production, consumption and distribution, they are exploiting all the resources. So left wing extremisms were completely against to the economic exploitation. Why? Because they believe that all the resources must be given to all the people, all the resources must be wasted under the control of all the people. Resources are mainly belongs to man, so every man should get the benefits of the resources. But left wing extremisms, they were against to the economic exploiters, because for their gain, just for this gain, there are some businessmen, for their profit they are exploiting all the resources that belongs to the people, public. And left wing extremisms were quietly against to social suppressive nature, okay, they does not want anybody should suppress the society. The main aim of ideology oriented in left wing extremism is to bring some revolutionary changes by using the violence as well as terror. So by using the violence as well as terror, they are bringing the revolutionary changes in the society. We can find there are many ideologies, we can find like Karl Marx, Mao Zedong and Lenin. So whatever the ideology which are followed by these three great peoples were considered as a basis of extremism. So these types of extremism which are mainly following the ideology, that is called as ideology extremism. They are mainly following the ideology of communism, and that's why they were called as ideology extremism. They were extremism because they were against democracy, okay, and they wanted to bring the revolutionary, they wanted to bring by violent method, and that's why they comes under extremism. Already we have know, whenever if you are using the violent method, they were called as extremism. Such as in India also, before we have seen that there are some people who believe that to bring the independence we have to follow the violent method, they were called as extremists. But there are many people who wanted to, so that is one. Extremism is nothing but those who believes in violence method, they were called as extremism. So here also there are the left wing people who wanted to bring some changes in the society. They wanted to bring some changes in the society. What type of changes? Socialism they wanted to bring, communism they wanted to bring, and that's why they were against to democratic institution, okay. And these types of peoples were called as left wing extremism, okay, and mainly they are following the ideology of Karl Marx, Mao Zedong, Lenin, and this is considered as a base of extremism. So thank you very much, children. We will meet you in the next class. In the next class we will discuss about state sponsored extremism. Thank you very much.